If your life feels small right now, there's a good chance it's not because life has no opportunities. It's because somewhere along the way, you stopped moving. You stopped trying new things. You stopped putting yourself in new rooms. You stopped challenging yourself. And slowly, your world got smaller. I think this happens to more people than they realize. Most people don't wake up one day and consciously decide to shrink their life. It happens gradually. Work, responsibilities, stress, comfort zones, disappointments, exhaustion. And eventually, life becomes the same loop over and over again: work, errands, bills, sleep, repeat. And after a while, something inside you starts feeling disconnected, feeling like life became repetitive. You stopped expanding, trying new experiences, going to new places, and even how easy it is to postpone things for yourself. I'll take that trip someday. I'll get to the gym eventually. I'd love to take that class, but maybe next year. And routines become too small. So I think a lot of people aren't actually tired of life. They're tired of living the same version of it. And I honestly think one of the biggest reasons people feel stuck is because they keep avoiding the things that would expand them. The conversation they need to have, the business they want to start, the channel they want to create, the class they want to take, the trip they want to go on, the gym, the creative project, the new experience, connecting with new friends, not because they don't want those things, but because they're uncomfortable. I think people wait for confidence before they move. But confidence usually comes after movement, not before. One thing I realized recently is that the more I started showing up again, the more I started creating, building, taking action, the more alive I started feeling again. Not because everything was suddenly perfect, but because growth creates energy. I also think people underestimate how important expansion is. New experiences, new environments, new challenges, new conversations. That's where confidence grows. That's where identity changes. That's where life starts feeling bigger again. And no, expanding your life doesn't mean doing something dramatic. Sometimes it's simply deciding you're not going to keep postponing yourself anymore. Because at the end of the day, your life changes when your actions change, not when you think about changing. And I think a lot of people are capable of building lives that are far more exciting, meaningful, healthy, creative, and fulfilling. But they stay trapped in hesitation too long. So if your life feels small right now, ask yourself honestly, where have I stopped moving? Where have I stopped challenging myself? And where have I stopped expanding? And what's one thing I could do this month that would move my life forward again? Because life rarely expands by accident. It expands when you decide to participate in it again. And honestly, I think that decision changes everything.